Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise chapter number 8, How Do Organisms Reproduce, part 1. In this part 1, we are going to see the reproductive system of first, that is a sexual part. Before going into the detail, first what all we are going to study in this. We know the whenever the word reproduction comes, it means that it is an integral feature of a living being, the process in which living being produce its own kind. We call it as a reproduction. In this chapter, we are going to deal with the reproduction, importance of reproduction, types of reproduction, asexual types, and sexual reproduction. Fine. Reproduction important is that for each species, because this is the only way for a living being to continue its lineage. Apart from being important for a particular individual, reproduction is also important for the whole ecosystem. Reproduction helps in maintaining proper balance among the various biotic constituents of the ecosystem. Moreover, reproduction also facilitate evolution because variation come. Here you can see the word variation has been used. Okay, variation means difference. We can see in our there is a difference from, we are different from our parents, we are not similar to our parents. So reproduction gives us a facility for evolution because variation comes to reproduction over several generations. Now, before moving further, we know there how many types of reproductions are there. We know there are two types of reproduction, namely, first one is asexual reproduction, second one is sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, we know that a single parent is being involved. I repeat once more. In a asexual reproduction, a single parent has been involved. Okay, and no gamete formation takes place. This method we call it as a asexual reproduction. No meiosis happen during a reproduction. This asexual reproduction. I repeat once more. In asexual reproduction, single parent is involved, and there is no gamete formation takes place, and no meiosis takes place. Three things you need to remember. So they will be similar to their parent, they will be identical to their parents. And the next one is sexual reproduction. In this, two parents have been involved and the gamete formation takes place. Meiosis happen during gamete formation, which is important steps for the sexual reproduction. Now, we can sum up that we are going to see what all the types of asexual reproductions have been present. I will just go in a little bit detail. In asexual reproduction, we are going to study there are fission. In fission, it is again divided into two parts. Types of asexual reproduction. First one is fission. It is being divided into two parts. One is binary fission, next one is multiple fission. And then we are going to go with a fragmentation, regeneration, budding, and vegetative propagation. We are going to go with this all. So I repeat once more. We are going to study about fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation. 5 we are going to study in types of asexual reproduction. Okay. First one we are going to deal with we will be dealing with a fission. As you can see here, fission is being divided into two, splitting of one organism into two. You can see in the diagram also, an organism is being split, one organism splitting into two, we call it as a fission. Now binary means one individual dividing into two, okay, we call it as a binary fission. Here this happens in mostly in the unicellular animals preferring this method for reproduction. This organism reproduce by binary fusion, especially when conditions are favorable, adequate amount of food is being present, moisture is present, then the mother cell will divide into two daughter cells, and each daughter cell begin its life like a new individual. This type of generation we call it as binary fission. Okay, a small, I'll just show you one more. Okay, fine. Okay, now coming to the multiple fusion. In a binary fusion, you can write an example of amoeba. It is, you can see it is being cut into parts. Okay, in this, the organism dividing itself into two daughter cell. This is horizontal. Okay, longitudinal. Okay, longitudinal. Sorry. Okay, there one more example you can write is Leishmania. Okay, this is on also an unicellular organism which divide itself in a binary fusion by a standing position. And the next one is the multiple fission. Here you can see in a binary fusion only one mother cell divides itself into two. Here in the multiple you can see in the diagram itself there are many, from the 1 it is being divided into 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. Many cells from 1. This method is in the unicellular organism. Most conditions become unfavorable. Food, moisture are not available. This is preferred mode of nutrition reproduction by unicellular organism. The organism develops a thick coating around itself. उसके मतलब around itself it forms a thick coating. This coating we call it as a crest. This crest helps the organism to divide over a bed space. The nucleus divide into several nuclei. This nuclei which is being present will divide into many. This nuclei will divide into several nuclei, and each daughter nucleus is surrounded by a membrane. When conditions are favorable, the crust dissolves or breaks down and release the daughter cells out. This happens in the plasmodium. Fine. Okay. The next one which we can see it is, now we will just go through the birding. I repeat once more. First we have completed fusion. One mother cell dividing into two. In the multiple fusion, nucleus will form many nuclei inside the crest. When time and condition favorable, divide itself, crest will be dissolved or break down, and all the nuclei will be forming into a different daughter nuclei. This happens in the plasmodium. Now next one is the birding. An example which you can take in a birding is a hydra. In this method, a bird-like projection is formed on the body of an organism, hydra. Okay, here you can see a bird. The bird will be formed in an organism, hydra, projection from its body itself. This bird develops into a new individual. You can see as it is being grown fully, it will discharge from the parent, separated from the parent, and it will grow as a new individual. Okay, this birding happens in the east as well as in the hydra. Okay, east also you can see here a nucleus, a bird will be formed a bird will be formed here. Okay, it will discharge from the parent and grow as a new individual. Clear? Now coming to the fragmentation. Fragmentation is a method of simple multicellular organism breaks up. You can see here a fragment has been present. This is the full. Inside there are many fragments. This whole one, if we cut it into piece, break up. Okay, and this new individual on maturation grows into a fully developed new individual. We call it as a fragmentation. Then okay, you can see I have slided over some of the points also here. Okay, which you can write in your book to be studied. Okay, budding occurs in a hydra and yeast. Fragmentation occur in the Spirogyra. Fine. Now coming to the next one. Regeneration. In the new generation, you can see a body part, one of the organism, planaria, is being cut into 3 pieces. Okay, we can call it as head, trunk and tail. Okay, this head full will develop into a new organism. This head will develop the full body organism. This trunk will develop into full body organism. This tail will develop into a full organism. This reproduction we call it as a regeneration. Some simple organism can regenerate individually from the part which has been accidentally cut. Planaria shows good example for this. If a planaria is cut into several pieces, as I have told you, 3 pieces, it can develop a new individual. Clear? Now coming to the spore formation. First look to the diagram so you will get some of the idea. This structure we call it as a sporangia. Okay, this structure will be present if you see under a microscope fungus. Okay, bread mold ke bread, if you keep the bread for many days, you will be able to see somewhat grayish color mass will be formed. If you put it under a microscope, you will be able to see like this structure. Okay, in this sporangium, okay, you are able to see like this. These are the sporangium where the spores have been stored. When a wind comes in contact or the moisture, these spores will be fall down and grows into a new individual. Okay, now you can see in this method, structure called sporangia produce tiny spores. When the spores come in contact with the moisture, it develops into new individual. Okay, as of here also I have written spore formation. Most of the fungi, bryophytes and pyridophytes reproduce by this method. Spores are produced in special spore bearing organism called sporangium. When spores mature or ruptures, open them, these spores will be released them out. Advantages of this it is, in fact, spore gives certain several benefits to an organism which reproduce by spore. Spores can be disseminated through air, matlab can be passed on, can be travel from air and water or even through the some other means carrying like animals like birds, which we can call it as. Okay, this was our spore formation. Now coming to the last but not the least, that is vegetative propagation. Okay, in this slide you can see first whatever when the word vegetative propagation means that we are going to use the plant body parts to grow a new plant. I repeat once more, we are going to use a plant body parts to grow a new plant. Okay, suppose I do take one of the example here to explain you some more in detail. Okay, now if I have taken a stem, okay, take for example rose plant. Okay, then if I want to cut make a new plant. What I will do, if there is a stem, okay, plant, plant has been grown, okay. Now cut down the stem part and put this stem into the soil. In the soil you will be getting new roots coming from it. This one we call it as a stem cutting. Another one which we can use it is a grafting. In grafting we use two terms, that is secon and stalk. Okay, stalk will be the part which is left inside the ground, that is root system, which we can call it as secon, a shoot system above the ground. Fine. In this what we do it is in this what we need to do it is, in grafting I am talking about. In this, take a plant which is well flourished, root system is good, that means stalk is good, but the upper portion stalk is not good. Okay, so what I need to do it is just cut down a plant which is been fully, cut it out, okay, in a slanting position, and the part which is down, it is not good, okay, the upper portion is good. Now as you cut it down, take this portion and attach with this, okay, then tie it with a white color cloth or some of the bandage, whatever you want, like to be, okay. After tying it, leave it for some few days. What you will be able to see, the xylem, phloem, everything will be attached. As of in a fracture, as we do it, it will be sticking. Now it will be as a normal plant जैसे grow हो जाएगा. So this process we call it as a grafting. Taking the help of the plant only, we are going to do it for the another plant, stalk and secon. Okay, and the next one is layering. Okay, in layering what we are going to do it is, if a plant, bushy plant, if we take it, okay, a plant is there, bushy, okay, shrub, herb, okay, एकदम branches अच्छे हैं. So a soil has been present. Just what you need to do it is, take one of the branch, put it in the soil, नीचे तलक pull it little down, cover up with the soil, okay, and wait for 2-3 days. You will be able to see that roots will be coming out. Okay, after roots coming out, cut it out from the parent plant. This plant will grow now individually. This one we call it as a layering. Clear? Okay. We discussed the 3 methods in this. First one was cutting, second one grafting, third one was layering. These are the useful methods which we use it for growing the plants from the present plant body parts. Now you can see in this diagram that a leaf of bryophyllum. You can see some of the on the roots. Above it also there are some small plants. Leaves of bryophyllum have notches on the margin. If the leaf is put under the soil, okay, small sapling grow out of the notches of the margin. This leaf notches के पास से भी नया plant उत्पन्न हो जाएगा. New plant will be coming out. Now, what is the advantages of this vegetative propagation? It is, man has used artificial vegetative propagation to grow many plants. It has enabled farmers and horticulture to grow many plants in shorter duration, has planted them to earn more benefit. Artificial vegetation propagation has also helped in developing many new varieties of plants. Stem cutting, layering and grafting are preferred means of artificial vegetative propagation. Clear? Okay. Now moving to the next one, that what are the advantages of asexual and disadvantages of asexual. The organism does not have to depend on another organism. I am talking about asexual. That means single parent is evolved, no meiosis, no gamete formation. So there does not need to depend upon other organism for carrying out reproduction because a single parent is involved. It takes less time than the sexual reproduction, and hence more number of offspring can be produced in a shorter time. Desirable characters can be specially incorporated into plants with artificial vegetative propagation. What are the disadvantages for this? As a single parent is involved, so there is negligible chance of where difference nahi dikhega. Second one, in most of the cases in simple organism, the parent generation ceases to exist after asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction cannot give to the biodiversity which is important for healthy ecosystem. Okay. The next class which we are going to discuss is the sexual reproduction. Okay. In that sexual reproduction, as we know that two parents should be involved, meiosis takes place. So there are two types of gametes, vice versa, male and female gametes. The number of chromosomes are haploid in the gametes. When gametes fuse during fertilization, the number of chromosomes become dipole, haploid single. When they fuse, they become dipole. This is important for the maintaining the unique identity of a particular species, which reproduction by sexual method. In sexual reproduction, the offspring gets set of genes from the different individual, that is from both the parent. This leads to the subtainable variation through the subsequent generation. This variation accumulates over the generation and finally may give rise to new species. Okay. In the next class, we will be dealing with the flower as well as with the male female reproductive system. In the next class we will be seeing that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, have a nice day.